roster. Okay, another Cal State Bakersfield guy. Okay. All right. And Christian Deaton, player profile. Here with Christian Deaton of the Jamestown Jammers in the 2017 season. First of all, welcome to Jamestown.
Appreciate it. I love Jamestown so far. It's a lot greener than Bakersfield, so I like the town and it's beautiful here, so I enjoy it so far.
Okay, great. A lot of so far your starts in the outfield, and you've been taking advantage of those when those starts do come up. Wanted to talk to you first of all about what is up. You're attending Cal State Bakersfield, and if you can talk to us quickly about how things are going there, what your status is, and maybe what you're looking to accomplish here this summer.
This summer, I'm obviously preparing for next summer, trying to contend for a starting spot in the outfield next year. And I just feel summer ball here is an opportunity for me to work on the things I need to work on, get on base, high on base percentage, solid defensive outfielder. So that's really what I'm looking forward to work on this summer in order to compete next spring at Bakersfield.
Now, one of the things that's you will find as we go along here is that the lighting at each place is a little bit different. In your experience at Cal State Bakersfield, was it pretty well standardized across the conference, or were you going through different situations each place you went to?
I feel like for the most part, the lights here are very comparable to the ones at Bakersfield. And so there's really no difference of atmosphere there. Just depends on when you play, and there's always that awkward time. But I feel like for the most part, Bakersfield actually has one of the better fields in our conference. And so, I mean, you obviously have Grand Canyon and Seattle U. So those are couple of the premier teams in the WAC. But I feel like Bakersfield definitely has one of the nicer fields in our conference. So.
Yeah, not bad here at Jamestown, and certainly a really decent facility. It's a great place to watch a game here, and I think you'll enjoy. We're recording this before we go to Elmira for the first time. You're going to love Elmira, steeped in history, way back. Babe Ruth actually was a head coach manager there at one time, so you'll see his. They have a mural up of him on the way into Dunn Field at Elmira. But let's get back to you. So far, it's you've had your starts in left field. Had you primarily played left field at Bakersfield as well?
Primarily, yes, left field, but I'll alternate between left and right. Actually, during the spring, I got time at all three positions, but I'm primarily a corner
outfielder. So, yeah. Okay. How was your batting average there over the course of this past season?
I believe I hit under 200 in Bakersfield, but that was because most of my at-bats were pinch hit situations. Okay. So handful of starts, hit pretty well, but I mean, for the most part, the average wasn't where I wanted it to be, but I believe given more playing time, I could bump that average up.
Yeah, that's always a key part of it. I mean, it's tough to... Being a pinch hitter, a lot of guys get typecast into that role of a pinch hitter only, and I don't know how they do it. I don't actually know how DHs do it. The guys at the major league level, and it's like, you're going to go to the ball game. You'll spend the whole game in the dugout except when you bat. It kind of boggles my mind. It's
difficult.
Tough.
Yeah, it is difficult.
Yeah. Let's go back and talk about your youth days. When you started, like maybe going up through high school, any stories you have that were that you may want to tell us about. Let's go back. When did you start?
Started playing baseball, t-ball. I was probably 4 or 5 years old, in kindergarten, and just running around, just getting used to the game, trying different sports and stuff like that. And then growing up, played travel ball, obviously more competitive. Growing up, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, this is my second time playing in New York. I actually went to Cooperstown when I was 12, and that was a really cool experience, just being out there and everything like that. It was pretty neat. And then actually the same summer we actually played at the same team. We played at the Cal Ripken World Series over in Aberdeen, Maryland. And so that was also a really cool experience.
I'm sure, yeah.
But those are the only 2 trips I've had on the East Coast before now. And so when high school, my freshman year, I got called up to varsity and started during the playoffs, and we ended up winning like our section championship out in California, and so that was pretty cool. And then up until then, we always competed in playoffs, but that was the only championship I won in high school. And then I got my scholarship my senior year to play at Bakersfield, and so went ahead and took it because I was staying at home and it was relatively cheap. And so went there, and then my freshman year actually we ended up winning the WAC conference championship. And Hayden actually was pitcher of the year that year. I actually got to play with him, so that was a really cool experience. And
Yeah.
yeah, those are pretty much the highlights so far of my career. So, I mean, I've been blessed to play on a lot of great teams over my career. So,
always an outfielder?
Yeah. As I got older and kids grew, and I necessarily didn't, I strictly was an outfielder. But growing up, I pitched a little bit. I was primarily like first base because I'm left-handed. I wanted to play catcher and infield, but they're like, no, you're left-handed. You really can't play those positions. So they stuck me first base and outfield. But I mean, I enjoyed playing wherever I was put. So.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it looks like you're having fun so far. It seems like the group is bonded as a real team, and it didn't take long for that to happen. And when you have that kind of a situation, it's good things then over the course of the season for sure. So great to have you here. Good luck in 2017 here with the Jamestown Jammers.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.